That was horrible. I am purely smiling right now out of just the comedic effort that the Rams offense had under quarterback Brett Rippon. Nothing against the guy personally. However, at no point in that game was I confident when the Rams offense took the field that they were going to march down the field and get a touchdown. It is so infuriating to watch a game that the Packers gave so many opportunities, made so many mistakes, and when they really only scored 13 points before a late touchdown in the game, that the Rams could not stay in this game. And when we look at just what Joshua Dobbs did with the Vikings or Taylor Heineke with the Falcons, this is what the Rams do at the backup quarterback position. And again, I cannot stress this enough. When we hear the language about, Brett Rippon giving us the best chance to win or things like that, I'm sorry, I think that's a mistake. And again, I'm not a coach, I'm not a GM. I just think it's a mistake. All credit to the Packers. They made so many mistakes in this game and still came out on top. But wow, the Rams did not have what it took on offense to compete in a very winnable game that they very much should have been in at least. But at no point in time, if you were a Ram fan watching that game, did you think, okay, we can go down the field and we can score? No, you were hoping for a miracle the entire game. Those fumbles that happened, the turnovers, you'd like to see at least field goals into that. And I know our rookie kicker, Haven Stanzik, he made one really good kick. Happy about that. And he wasn't really put in a situation for other shorter kicks. So I don't want to see him cut yet or anything like that. Jury's still out on him. We have not been, and to be credited, that's a valid criticism of the 2023 Rams, is they don't really give their kickers chances for makeable kicks. It's always like 48 yards plus. But this was infuriating to watch. There were so many times where you did see Kupp open, you saw Puka open, Higbee was open, and we couldn't get the offense of production we needed for the Rams to win this game. I've accepted this is a development year, and I'm always going to love this team, always going to cheer for this team. Absolutely infuriating experience watching this team at times, for sure. And I'll admit, it was really frustrating to look at other backup quarterback positions around the NFL and see the production that they're getting out of that position. And no team is going to, when they lose their starting quarterback, get better. I get that. But at least having someone go in there that looks like confident in it, right? Brett Rippon, at times he just had like this awkward smile when things didn't go the way, even after he threw the interception. And also this part of this that was one of the most frustrating things they showed on camera was when Cooper Kupp is on the sideline and he's just looking on the tablet. And again, I fully believe Cooper Kupp is a hard worker and that he's just watching the game tape. But is Cooper Kupp maybe seeing like, hey, let's do something at quarterback? I don't know. Brett Rippon, again, nothing against the guy. I know you had you have a family legacy in the NFL, but that performance today did show why you haven't had an opportunity to be a long-time starting quarterback. And so that very frustrating loss for if you're a Rams fan today, if you're a Rams player, if you're a Rams coach, I have no doubt you're thankful for the bye week. This team needs a bye week, if nothing else, just to cool off. The last 3 games have not gone the Rams' way. The reality is, it's going to be very difficult for the Rams to make the playoffs unless they go on some sort of run, which, given the production we saw today, I just don't see happening. Very frustrating, performance by this Rams team. I'm hoping that the Rams will be able to continue this path of developing talent. And it's tough to get into this mindset, but the reality is, if you're a Rams fan, you can't help but look at the cap space that's coming in next offseason to make some trades, sign some free agents, have a higher draft pick. Not that I'm someone, I don't want to go full on tank mode. I'm not about that life, but I definitely want this team to get better. I want them to be able to compete in every game, especially a game like this. For a Packers team, like the Packers right now, I wouldn't describe them as a good team. And Packers fans, if you're watching this, I think you'd agree with me that the Packers have been inconsistent this year. I wouldn't describe them as like the premier team in the NFL. And the Rams struggled to keep up with that. And again, if Matthew Stafford is in this game, I am confident that this game is drastically different than what it is. But wow, that's all I have to say. Very frustrating loss. The reality is, the Rams, they were in a canoe going up the river without a paddle in this game, especially on offense. And I will give a shout out. Aaron Donald is still Aaron Donald, and the Rams defense did a great job of trying to make this a more competitive game than it could have been. But because we didn't have that complimentary football, the Rams just, frustrating. There's my scream for you. Anyway, let me know if you're a Rams fan in the comments below. Sound off. Ramley therapy session. Let's go. Oh, very frustrating. But as always, go Rams, horns up, and peace out. Let's go Rams. Thank you. It's the bye week.